Welcome back for some more of this White Sox rebuild we got going on today. We are down in our AAA affiliate, the Charlotte Knights. We got two pitchers we're going to take a look at. And if we have time, we'll take a look at a couple hitters. If we don't get to the hitters, maybe an episode down the road. I do want to also get down into our AA and take a look at a couple of pitchers we have there, maybe a couple of other prospects. But we're going to try and get these minor league showcases kind of in there and out of here because I feel like once we get past the draft, it's going to be all eyes on their major leagues. Let's get into Lou Richardson's first game. And here we go. It's the Knights taking on St. Paul here at Oak Street Park. Let's see if these Knights can take out these Saints with Lou Richardson himself on the mound. Our very first draft pick ever, finally up in AAA. Arguably should have been left down in AA for another year of development, as they get a leadoff hit right there to left field. But given some of the changes we made to our roster, kind of forced to bump him up, I feel a year earlier than we would like. We're going to go for a steal here, but not to be. Freddie Montgomery with the easy out in center field. Steve Velasco up next. They're going to try and steal again, but it's not going to matter because Velasco finds the right center gap. This should bring home a runner. It will. Big double for Velasco. Lou Richardson not off to the greatest starts here in the first inning. Finally getting our second out there. So definitely some room for growth from Lou Richardson as we see here, but I think that's just the curse of this franchise is the first inning is just always not a good inning for our pitchers, as Lou Richardson lets a walk go there. Yeah, all of our pitchers tend to struggle in the first inning for some reason when we watch. Another big hit for the Saints here as they find the left field fence. It's going to bring some more guys home. Another double allowed by Lou Richardson. And he finally gets out of the first with his first strikeout. Onto the second, we would get a little bit of offense from our Knights. Not near as much as the Saints. Going to get a nice easy out here to lead off in the bottom of the second. Lou Richardson up to 31 pitches here in the second inning. Need to see him recover substantially. Here in the second inning, another strikeout for Lou Richardson. Going to see some flashes probably from Lou Richardson. Show you why we kind of drafted him, how we felt so strongly about him. Nice play by Brendan Scheller there to get there before that finds the ground. Another out. It's going to bring us to the bottom of the third.
Runner, take your base.
And we allow a second walk. Steve Velasco back up. This was a guy we were high on in the draft. If he would have fell to us, we definitely would have taken him. And you see why he just keeps getting a hold of him. Didn't square up on that one just great. Excuse me. But nevertheless, Velasco was a guy we were very high on in the draft. Potential of a double play here. Will we get it? We do. To end of third. Nice double play by your Knights. Bottom of the fourth now. We're going to open it up with another strikeout for Lou Richardson. Charlotte Knights offense not really showing anything since the one run scored. We get back-to-back strikeouts. Love to see it from Lou Richardson, as you can tell. It's like the further they go in the game, they tend to just kind of settle in and get a lot better. Lou Richardson is a prime example of that. Each inning, I feel like he's done better. They get a hold of one, but Brennan Shelley is going to be there for it. We had to bring up a lot of guys to the AAA roster after some serious moves we made in the offseason. Just unavoidable. A lot of guys had to get moved up that maybe weren't ready, but it's sink or swim right now, as we made some big power plays in the offseason. And the first home run of the game, allowed by Lou Richardson. It is absolutely smashed and out of here. Pretty late in the game in terms of how deep Lou Richardson tends to go. Fifth, sixth inning is kind of where he usually comes out of the game. Hate to see that home run allowed. Hopefully it doesn't destroy the confidence too much, as they're going to get a hold of another one and send it to left field. But Dave Prado is going to track that one down. It is going to be an out. But hopefully we don't get any major hits to confidence from Lou Richardson off that home run as our bullpen starts to warm up. It's the bottom of the fifth. Typically when Lou comes out, let's see what the manager does here. Ground out to second to end the fifth.
Count is full.
Lou Richardson would come back out for the sixth inning. Let's see what he does here. He's got a full count. Ground out to shortstop. And it is an error. So, not what you want to see from your infield defense. D6. Hate to see it. Probably doesn't help Lou very much in terms of confidence. And the manager decides we're going to go ahead and make a change here. So it's going to be the end of the day for Lou Richardson. Don't feel like that was entirely his fault, but don't fault the manager for going ahead and pulling him. I don't think it's a bad call at all. And Mitchell Stumpo is going to come in relief. We would win 9-5. So very big win for the Knights. Unfortunately, I don't believe Lou Richardson would get the win there. But nevertheless, love to see a win for our AAA affiliate. Moving on to our next game, and it's going to be against the Storm Chasers. And it is big offseason trade prospect acquisition, Ryan Beach. We're going to get a look at what he's doing. Similar to Lou Richardson, probably should be down in AA, but given the heavy changes that we've made to our pitching staff in the offseason, forced to kind of move him up a year early, in my opinion. And they're going to get a first pitch leadoff single to right field. Hate to see it, but this is our first look at Ryan Beach. We don't really know what he's about. We just know that he was a very big prospect. And we're going to get us a nice double play. So good recovery of this defense. 3-6-3 double play. To kind of help out Ryan Beach and his confidence. They get a hold of another one to center. And they're not going to let it fall on the ground. Defense definitely has Ryan Beach's back here. We have big hopes for Ryan Beach. Need to see some drastic development from him. And Lou Richardson, of course. Would love to hurry up and get them up to the major leagues. Don't think we're going to get a September call-up from either one of them. I don't think that's very optimistic. Dave Prado misread that, made a dive, just missed it. It's going to be a single. Hate to see it from our superstar left field, Prado, but we are working on his defense. But don't anticipate Lou Richardson or Ryan Beach, seeing them this season in September. I think we have some hitters that potentially would help us out more. I kind of want Lou and Ryan Beach to really hone in their craft and work on their development. Don't want to be in a situation where we were with Hagen Smith, where we're kind of forced to move them up. But that was also a decision made based off of kind of, some of the big signings we made. So I was able to fill out our pitching staff for the starting rotations as well as I would like. And that forced Hagen Smith to kind of have to start, honestly, I think a year early. You're going to see a lot of that with some of our pitching staff is a lot of call-ups from, AA to AAA, and AAA to the majors, just a year early based on decisions that we made. Ryan Beach not doing too bad. We're keeping it scoreless right here. Just a bit late on the double play there, but we do stop the advance of the runner. Through 3, we're looking pretty good. This one's going to find the ground in left field. We're going to hold the runner at second, though. So, runner on second, runner on third. Ryan Beach needs to close this inning out. They get a hold of one, send it to center field. It's going to find the ground. Can we get the throw out at home? Just a bit late. So, Omaha on the board first. Runners on the corners. Ryan Beach to see some recovery, and they smash one to left field, and it belongs in the apartment complex. At least that's what it looks like to me out there in left field. Dave Prado not able to get that. Brian Cho with a nice little 3-run home run. It's going to extend the score 4-0. Hate to see that from Ryan Beach. No, that's not what he wanted. But nevertheless, let's see some recovery from the young man. He gets that strikeout right there. So I'd say he recovered quite well there. Can we get back-to-back strikeouts from him? We do. He's going to end the third with back-to-back strikeouts after the home run. Love to see that recovery from him. Top of the fourth, and we get a third consecutive strikeout. Ryan Beach on fire. Seems to be really upset that he let that home run go like that. Throwing with some intensity now. Bullpen starting to warm up for us. Top of the fourth. Similar to Lou Richardson, 5th, 6th innings kind of when Ryan Beach comes out. To be expected. It's kind of how the standard for our AAA affiliate, I would say. Don't see too many pitchers going deep on our AAA roster. Seem to be struggling to talk right now. They're going to get a single there. Just see if we can get this out.
Nope. Take your base.
With 2 outs on the board, we get a single and a first walk allow from Ryan Beach.
Punch him out.
Don't know what's going on in his head. Maybe just some, little control loss, stamina issues, but we're going to get out here. It's going to take us to the 5th inning. Still no offense from your Charlotte Knights. Hate to see that because we do have some serious hitters on our AAA roster. Surprised that we have yet to get a score. That one almost makes it to the warning track. We definitely got some coming off of Ryan Beach's pitches here. And the manager said, you know what? We're going to go ahead and pull him. And I don't hate the decision. He seemed to be struggling in the last 3 batters. I think this was a good call. And the Storm Chasers would win 9-3. So big loss right there. A little bit of late offense, but it is what it is. Next up, we're getting to our batters. We're going to start with Braden Montgomery.
Ball.
And this is a guy that we have been really impressed with his development. Honestly, I wanted to keep him on the opening day roster. He didn't do well in the spring and the opportunities he was given. And we just got a lot of players that,
2-0.
The Josh Rojas's and Davis Snyder's and Drew Waters, and they're just, I think they bring a little bit more to the major league roster than Braden Montgomery did. I feel like another year of development wouldn't hurt him. Strong candidate to come up in September. He's hitting really well right now, 253. And really great defensively. Really forcing our hand with Chas McCormick. I feel like Braden Montgomery might, force us a situation where we have to let Chas walk at the end of his contract. Another thing about right here is Braden with a nice hit to left field. It's going to be a double for him for sure. Or no, he stays at first. Only a single. Interesting. But Joe Ridley is another batter we want to take a look at. As you see, he's hitting 300 this year. Braden with the steal attempt. Not going to be there, though.
He's out.
See it. But because they hit back-to-back, I figured, we wanted to take a look at both of them. we're just going to watch both of them, back to back. Prado actually hits in the 4 spot, but due to his energy being low, he is not going to be in this game. He's getting a day off. We will definitely catch him in the next game, though. Joe Ridley extending his hitting streak to 12 games. Joe, another draftee from our first draft ever. Brady Montgomery back up to the plate here in the 3rd. First on the Knights in runs. So, Joe Ridley and Brady Montgomery, both strong candidates to come up in September. Really depends on what we're doing. Brady Montgomery hits into a double play there to end the 3rd, which means bottom of the 4th, we're going to start with Joe Ridley. He smashes it down the center field. It's going to be a nice hit for him. Joe Ridley, phenomenal at the plate this year. Bottom of the 6th, we get another look at Brady Montgomery. Seen a lot of hits, but just we can't get anything to home plate. Omaha running away with this one 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th. See if Brady Montgomery can jumpstart this offense for us. And he's going to fly out to right field. Hate to see it. So we're going to pick things up here in the bottom of the 7th to see if Joe Ridley can generate any offense for us. 2 for 2 on the day. He's going to take that first pitch, strike. Dave Prado. It'd be nice to have him in this game. I feel like if his energy wasn't low, you'd get that 2-3-4 punch right there. That's where a lot of our scores come from, in my opinion, because Braden's really good at getting on base. Joe can advance it really well, and Prado just has the power to bring in runs. Joe's going to ground out to first. Bottom of the 9th here. Let's see what Braden can do. If he can get on base here, that'll bring up Joe Ridley. Potential to bring home runs for sure right there. And Braden's just going to fly out right here. So we're going to end this game taking a good look at Joe Ridley himself. Can Joe extend the game for us here? Love to see that pitching or that batting clutch.
Ball outside.
Man has really good plate discipline. Don't know that Joe is ever going to be that 99 overall first baseman, but he's definitely got the potential to not only sub in at first base, but definitely contention to be DH. Kind of that Andrew Vaughn type beat with him. Potential is super low, but definitely room for development. Working through his pitches really well here. 2-1 count. Gets caught on the breaking pitch. 2-2 pitch here. Does he have something for us? Can he shock Omaha here with a master hit? That's going to be a foul. Still 2-2 in the pitch count. This is to extend the game. Looks like they're going to wild pitch, and we get on base with the air. Bad throw from the catcher, but not to be. Storm Chasers are going to win 4-0. Funny way for Joe Ridley to get on base, but now it's time for Dave Prado. The man, the myth, the legend. He is a power hitter for sure. He's going to see if he can generate some offense here for our Knights against the Storm Chasers. And he smashes one to left field. And he's going to open it up with a big home run. Dave Prado, all the power in the world. First at bat, home run. Gets the Knights on the board. Love to see it from Dave Prado. Can't wait to bring that kind of energy to our Major League squad. But Dave Prado, no rush to get him there. That was the whole reason we signed Tyler O'Neill, was to allow us to let Prado continue to develop, not rush him into the bigs. But he's a strong candidate for a September call-up. Would love to see some action from him. Definitely going to get a spring invite, I think. Don't know about a September call-up. That's going to really come down to what we're looking like. If we're still in a playoff hunt, playoff race, chance to get that wild card, I'm going to bring up guys that I feel like it's going to help push us over the edge there and get us into the postseason. But if it's all for naught and we don't have a shot at the playoffs, might bring up some guys just to kind of see what they can do at the major league level. But we don't have any cards up our sleeve there because we don't have our farm system is literally just youth. We don't have anybody that's just sitting down there that we could bring up. There's very few guys that I feel like would give us an edge. Dave Prado with a strikeout there after his big home run, hitting 253 so far on the year. A little bit of a generous call, I'd say, from the ump. 2 home runs on the year for Dave Prado. Don't think that should have been a strike. Felt like that was a ball for sure. Dave Prado still showing he can get a hold of them. That one goes foul though. 0-2 pitch. What does he do? He's going to ground out 2 seconds. They mishandle it, and they still get it there in time. A little bit more speed from Dave Prado than I think he gets on base with the error there. Got runners on the corners here. Dave Prado, not great in terms of when people are in scoring position. And, just going to be an easy out in the 8th. And the Storm Chasers would win 3-2. Well, that's going to wrap up things here for us in this episode of AAA Play. Some solid look at our best hitters on our AAA squad. At the end of that game, Prado did get his home run, but also Joe Ridley would extend his hitting streak. So our hitters are on fire. We got a couple other players that we're watching in terms of, Brandon Shelley and Shane McGuire and things of that nature in our AAA squad. But we might catch them on a later episode. In our next episode coming up, it's going to be down in our AA affiliate. We're going to take a look at a couple of guys we got down there. Our first round draft pick is not doing too well, one could say. But we're going to get a look at all that. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Make sure you stay up to date with what we're doing here. And we will catch you on the next one. And as always, go White Sox.